professional organizer, and I have a company. It's called Thoughtfully Organized. And what I basically do is I go to people's houses, offices, and I try to maximize their space and try to create like a layout that flows through. And I try to create a home for every single item, either in their office or in their home. And I try to really make it manageable so that when I leave, they're not like, oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna like put this back in order? Like I set it up and I organize it in a way that is efficient and easy to maintain. Okay. So, it's really important for me to be socially present in social media because one, it is a place where I can showcase my work. There I have my before and after pictures. I have pictures of the stuff, the baskets I use, just products that I use and how do I use them. And it's also important because it connects me with other organizers. There's a lot of other professional organizers that I've learned a ton from, and it's through social media that I've been able to connect with them. That if I wouldn't have that platform, I probably would have never met half the people that I know now. So the first thing you do when, and it's also a free marketing. Like, I've gotten most of my clients either from the moms from school or because they find me through Instagram because they're like just professional organizer, and if you do hashtag professional organizer, I come up. So the first thing you do is to open an account and you select a username. And here I kind of like outlined the pictures. I just screenshotted my phone so that you could see how you can create a username. And your username should be the name of your business. You should stay on brand. For example, my name, the name of my business is Thoughtfully Organized. It's on my shirts when I go to work. It's on my business card. My email is Thoughtfully Organized. My Facebook account is also Thoughtfully Organized, and my URL is thoughtfullyorganized.com. So that it should all like stay on brand. And then you want to create and open an account on Instagram through your home Wi-Fi. You don't want to do it on a public Wi-Fi because then Instagram will make you jump through certain hurdles. Like they'll make you write on a piece of paper the name, and they'll just like send you an email. They'll lock you and they'll send you an email after with like specifications of things that you have to do. So, but if you open a new account through your home, your secured Wi-Fi, you won't have any problem. Then you're gonna have to determine if you want your account to be strictly business or if you want to add like a personal aspect to it. My account for the most part is strictly business. I have my own personal account, which is like my family and friends follow me there. And I think the luxury of that, of having them separate, is that then you choose what you want to share. I have 21,000 followers, so I don't think that I want all my followers to know like that my daughters go to St. Thomas Episcopal. And so, because I don't really know at the end of the day who's following me. So, and for example, this is just an example of last week, and I went to dinner at Fiola. So then in my personal account, I put a picture of my husband and I. But then in my business account, I can put like on my stories a snapshot of like the cocktail or like the pretty decor of the wine cellar, whatever. So I tend to keep it separate, but I mean, it's everyone's choice. And then you have to secure your account because you can get hacked on Instagram and all my work is there. Like that's the portfolio of everything I've done. So I set up it's a multi-factor authentication, and what it is it's the same 3 steps here, but then on the third screenshot, instead of you adding an account, you go to privacy and security, and then there you can set it up. And what it is you add either a phone number or an email, and then if you try to access your Instagram account through another Wi-Fi that's not your home or your office one, like a secured one, that they know that you've signed on through there, they ask you for a code that's either appears on your email or in a text message. So that's super important because you want to make sure that your account is secured at all times, since it's a representation of the Instagram account. So after you do that, you want to create content. And the most important thing about creating content is to stay on message. So your goal is to create kind of like a tribe my goal is that when anyone thinks about anything organizational relation, like they think of me. Like they're like, oh, how can this be thoughtfully organized? Or like if they look at a basket and they're like, put their keys back in like where the basket goes, they're like, oh, Jessica would be so proud of me. And so that's kind of like what you want to do. You want someone to, when they think of putting their house on the market, they think, oh, wait a moment, I know someone. And, or, you know, so you want to create a tribe. So you want your content to stay on brand. Then you want to develop a rhythm and a schedule. And this is really unique to what you can handle. So I particularly only post Monday through Friday. Last year I used to post on Saturdays, but this year, in order to simplify and being more present as part of my New Year's resolution, I stopped posting Saturdays and Sundays, and I only post Monday through Friday. And I have a schedule. On Mondays I post Motivation Monday, which is where I feature someone who's motivating me that week. On Tuesday I always do Tip Tuesdays, so I put a picture up and I give my followers an organizational tip. Wednesday and Thursday I do before or after or decor pictures. Friday I do my Fresh Flower Friday. And that's pretty much it. I don't post Saturdays, I don't post Sundays. Doesn't mean that I'm not present on stories, because for Instagram you have to like be constantly putting something on stories. But it can just, like a story doesn't take much, it's just a snapshot. A post, which I'll talk about later, you have to see it through. You just can't like post in the morning and then not touch it till, like you have to like, it's like a live, and I'll explain more about that. And then, oh, and also something that has helped me is that I created a folder on my iPhone that's called Thoughtfully Organized. And anytime I go on a job and I take like my before and after pictures, I save it to that file. Or anytime I see like a flower, whatever, a basket that I like, I take a picture and I save it to the album Thoughtfully Organized on my iPhone, so that then when I'm curating this week of posts, I don't have to flip through like all the pictures in my camera roll. I
get
have
distracted,
it,
yeah.
and I get distracted, and I'm like, where is that picture? So I have it all in one place. And okay, so after you've created your post, you stay on brand, you have created a rhythm, you say you're gonna post 3 to 5 times, or you're gonna post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. After you've done that, you wanna also determine some boundaries, because Instagram is a great way to market your business, but it's an infinite scroll, and you can like scroll forever and just get like, you can like waste your entire like day on Instagram and the ads, and then so here in this picture I showed how you can monitor your time on Instagram. And I set, and everyone's goal is different, but I set 45 minutes a day for myself, which is not real. Like I spend there an hour and 16 minutes. So if you look, if you guys open up, you'll see how long you spend on Instagram. And it can be scary. So just follow the steps there. So there's so the 3 little lines on the top. Then you go to your activity, and then there it is. So today I spent an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
3 little your activities. 37 minutes, that's not bad. 22.
How do I get
What is it? An hour and 33 minutes. I'm such a millennial.
Your activity. 28 minutes, that's not bad.
You got to the 3.
You go to your little
Your activity. Oh, not bad at all.
How much for you? I got 23
minutes. 30 minutes the other Tuesday.
Yeah, and everything. So then,
well, that's when people say that there's peak time to posting, right? Yeah.
Maybe
and then you can set a reminder. And I love setting reminders. Like I live off of timers, and I tell my clients when they're part of the, like when I put them in, I tell them, okay, like declutter before I get to the space, so that when I get to the space, I'm just organizing the things you're gonna keep. And I tell them to put a timer. I'm like, put a timer for 20 minutes, have 2 trash bags, and go. And I think that people, at least I, work better with timers, because then the time you're on Instagram, you're more efficient. Okay, so after you do that, you are going to now promote your content, because now you have this amazing username, that's the name of your brand, you're building this empire, right, of Instagram, like you have all these pictures, and now what do you do with them? How do you promote your content? And I don't know the precise algorithm that Instagram has, like no one really knows that, they change it all the time. But these are just things that I've done that have increased my engagement with my followers. And in turn, gotten more followers. So picking the proper hashtags, and that's super important because hashtags ensure that what you're posting, if someone else likes it, they will be able to see, like if someone else is interested in a playroom, let's say I post a picture of a playroom, and then I hashtag, so I will hashtag playroom, hashtag playroom goals, hashtag mom life, hashtag parenthood, hashtag kids toys, bookshelves, etc. And I do like 8 to 12 hashtags. So that then if there's someone in Kansas City, a mom, and she wants to set up her daughter's playroom, she will probably go on Instagram and put hashtag playroom, and I will come up. My thing will come up.
But
So-
if you're private, you still,
no, you have to be public.
okay, so you have to be public.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
no, your business account has to be public.
Okay.
It has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal one, my personal Instagram is private, but the business one is public.
Can you show us after how to go public
Yes,
to make
yeah.
sure we're public?
Yeah. And then, those are the hashtags, and that's really important. So then that ties into finding your followers. So through hashtags, you are able to see, or people are able to see what you post. So for example, the lady in Kansas City that just hashtag playrooms, she's now gonna look through and be like, oh my gosh, let me see, thoughtfully organized, what is this? And then in turn, that's how you get more followers. Because you, for example, if I posted today a picture of a playroom, I will post it and then like in an hour or two, I will do hashtag playrooms and I can see everyone who's posted that day. And I do this, I go to, let me just show you so I do hashtag, whatever, I just do playrooms. And then I go to, there's one that says top and one that says recent. I go to recent, because that is anyone who has recently posted on something of a playroom. That means that they are probably still online. So then I go to that picture and I like it, and then I comment on it. I say, oh, what a great use of baskets, or whatever the comment might be that I write.
And then they
That
start
means
following.
that person now is gonna get an alert, and because they're online, because they just posted this.
That's cool.
And they will be online, and they'll be like, oh, someone commented on my picture, who is it? Oh, thoughtfully organized, what a clever name that is. And then they'll go to my Instagram and they'll be like, oh, wait, she just posted something about a playroom. Oh, she has so many amazing ideas. Follow. And that's how you get followers. That's one way.
Great tip.
And then, thank you. And then I also do something called Follow Friday, which is a new series that I started. And every Friday on my stories, I feature 2 people who are motivating me, who I think my followers would love to follow them. And they can be influencers, designers, interior designers, bloggers, other professional organizers. And then I put just a little bio of who they are. I put 3 pictures, work that they've done. In the stories I put why, I like what they're doing. And in that same thing, they do the same for me. So I contact them and I'm like, oh, I have this series, Follow Friday, do you want to do a share for share? You show a little bit of my work on your story, then I'll share a little bit of yours. And I do that almost every Friday. And in thinking that, well, if I like what they're doing and they like what I'm doing, right, we both follow each other, wouldn't our followers also like to know about each other? And usually it's people that are not in Miami, they're people like in Canada and Europe, anywhere. And that's how you kind of like branch out. And then you always have to limit who you follow. So you don't want to be following so many people. You want to follow significantly less people than follows you. So I have 21,000 followers, but I only follow like 200 people. Because
Why?
you don't want it to seem that the only reason why they're following you is because you're following them. So if you have like 5,000 people are following you, but you're following 4,000 something people,
They know it's like
a follow back thing. So, and then comment pods. So comment pods are really good because it is a group of people that get together in a DM, in a direct message, and they form like a bond. And I'm part of 2 comment pods. One is the professional organizers that are not only in the United States, but they're across the world. And then we have like an agreement that, apart from this agreement, like we help each other out with like stuff, like brands come and want to collaborate with us, and we put, oh, what do we do? Like, what do we do with this brand? Have you ever worked with them? Whatever. It's a place to like, you know, it's a networking thing, a place where we can help each other. But it's also a place where whenever we post, we send that post to the group and we say, oh, we just posted. And then they will like and comment on our post. So it's a group of like 5 women each. And then whenever I post, I say, oh, I just posted about my playroom. And then all of them within, it's supposed to be from 30 minutes to an hour, because that's like supposedly when it gets a lift. They comment on my post, and then I like their comment and I comment back. And that creates like a higher level of engagement. And then the other comment pod that I'm part of is a part of just influence.
Like, do you like create? Like, hey, you want to be on a comment pod?
We should do that.
We're gonna have our own comment
We
pod.
can have our own comment pod.
This sounds like.
And then it's a little bit of a mom. Another world. Okay, and then the other comment pod that I'm part of is of just influencers in Miami. And it's mommy bloggers, a model, an influencer, an interior designer, whatever. And it's just, and that is also beneficial because the people who are following them are in Miami, which that's potentially my business, right? The other one is just to get followers, because someone in Europe is not gonna hire me, although I do virtual organization. But usually I go, and I live in the Gables, so really I just travel to like a mile radius, you know, I'm not, I don't go to Broward or anything like that. You know, I try to keep it local. So that's a really good common pod to be in, the one with like the Miami influencers. And then the most important thing is to engage with your audience. So whenever I post, even though I'm not 100% on my phone, I have notifications set so that if someone comments on a post, I get a notification, and then I get online and I like what they comment, what they wrote, and then I comment back. Like I write back to every single comment. Every single person that's commented, I'm sure someone escaped, but I really try to. And that's because you're trying to form that like relationship. And it takes a lot. There are so many pictures they could like and comment, and they took the time to like and comment mine that I feel like, oh my gosh, I want to write back to them. Even if it's like, thanks, whatever. But just so that they know that I'm here, that I so appreciate and value that they're taking the time to follow me, like the picture, comment on it. So, and I guess the biggest takeaway is that if you're gonna put your business out there, that you should be present. So you should really take the time to create your posts and create a network and create a system that works for you. The Monday through Friday system with my rhythm, you know, my set schedule, that works for you. But if Monday, Wednesday, Friday works for you, but you just have to pick it and be consistent about it. And I think that's what's really helped me succeed, is that I'm really consistent. Like and I usually post like around 9:30. The days that I've posted like at 10, people are like texting me, where's your Fresh Fire Friday? I want to see it. So, and in that I'm creating kind of like a little tribe, which is what I want. So that's it.